I started sports because I wanted something to do.
Started sports because my parents made me.
I think sports is a huge part of growing up. I think that kids who play sports, it's great for discipline and teamwork. That especially when it's part of school sports, in middle school and high school, kids get to have time management skills that they're building, and they know they got to get their work done to stay eligible, obviously, and then being a part of the team, and I think that's a big part of success. So
does success or participation in athletics help students grow in the classroom and outside of school? And my answer would be yes. We've witnessed here at West Ottawa High School just how success on the athletic fields impact our entire building, our entire culture. But I think on an individual level, any athlete, any student who participates in athletics or even any extracurricular activity is going to be more engaged, more likely to be successful in the classroom. And there's also many life skills that are taught in sports, in band, in drama that people carry with them for the rest of their lives into their workplace and families. That's why it's so important that students participate here at West Ottawa High School.
So we knew going in against Granville into overtime in such a big game, it was going to be very competitive. We wanted to jump on them quick. The first minute, I was thinking, keep the puck out of our end, try and block as many shots as we could if it wasn't our end.
Playing sports teaches kids a lot of things. First of all, they have to learn how to work with teammates, to compromise, to appreciate other people's strengths, learn what their weaknesses are.
Get the puck deep into their end and just keep battling. And obviously it worked out well. I think about a minute in, we got it into their end and kind of a fluke goal.
Sports impacts my social life, especially around the season, because games on the road and even home games twice a week with practices, you don't have much time to really hang out with your friends or go do things on the weekend because you have just that commitment to your sport. Schoolwork is affected, you don't have much time in general, so that little time that you do have, you're spending it doing schoolwork, and a lot of the time it just doesn't get done. With the far away games, that's probably the worst days to get schoolwork done. I think I became a better person through sports just by all the learning you've had to do and the patience. Having a coach there really just helps impact the way you act and the kind of person you are.
Good. Sure.
And that's how it is in the workforce. You have to learn how to manage whatever your career is with other people who are different than you, and work together to be successful. So I think that's a big bonus of playing sports. The other thing is it really helps you figure out time management, because when you're going to school and you have homework and you might have other extracurricular activities that you want to do, you have to be able to balance your time between practice and working hard.
I think sports will help make me a more responsible person because I'll have to continue to learn time management.
I think success in sports leads to success in life, but not necessarily a winning record, because I feel like students who learn to work together on a team with lots of different personalities and lots of different skill sets can bring a lot to the workforce, and then you are better able to work with people who, again, bring different skill sets, have a different perspective on things, and you work together as a team. Sports impact family life, definitely. It's a great way for a family to bond together, to go and cheer on.
I started sports when I was younger because my parents just put me on some teams, and I just grew from there. I used to really enjoy doing sports like swimming, but now as I've like grown up and like in high school, it's a lot more difficult and a lot of time, so it's not my favorite anymore.
Looking back on my experience with sports in high school, yeah, I probably would have focused a little more on getting ready for cheerleading tryouts. But I played golf, I ran track, I was a cheerleader. I had a blast, and I wouldn't change that for the world because I made a lot of friends.
Sports makes school more busy, but I stay more focused.
A team. It's fun to have family traditions.
Sports have impacted my social life actually pretty tremendously because although I'm not as heavily involved in sports as some other people, sports are things that connect me with others, like some of my closer friends. We like to talk about sports. We will play sports together very casually, and it's just something that brings us together.
Sports to me is a way I can express my emotions.
Sports to me are a way to relieve stress.
Play sports.